used AI to design my home. I'm an interior designer, but still AI helped me so much while designing my space, and I'm going to break it down in today's video. Hi, I'm Sonika, an interior designer, content creator, educator, and today I'm going to talk about how AI is really helping a lot. Now, I know a lot of people fear AI thinking that it's going to take up jobs, it's going to, really spoil the market, but trust me when I say this, AI cannot replace you. I'm an interior designer and I still use a lot of AI for visualization, for budgeting, for all sorts of things in interior design. And when I was making my new home, which is this, I shifted into this space last year. I used a lot of AI and I'm going to show you all the prompts that I used which helped me a lot to design this space. Now, before we begin the video, it's extremely important for you to know that AI cannot replace you if you know how to use it. So you plus AI is the great combination. AI works like an assistant. Of course, if you give it a very generic prompt, design a nice room, it's going to give you a nice room, but that's not how interiors work. So the clients who will come to you as a designer, who really understand why an interior designer is hired, need somebody to understand their human emotions and derive the stuff from them, will always hire a designer. And the people who like to do DIYs anyways were not hiring designers before. They were using Pinterest and Google to do the job. So you are probably not the right match for them. But if you use AI as an assistant, the prompts end of the day are still yours. So that human touch, understanding human tendencies, problems, having a conversation with somebody to really know what they want and then use AI probably to visualize it is something that is going to save you a lot of time and money. So earlier on as a designer, I've been a designer since the last 15 years. I have used SketchUp, making models and the renders, having expensive systems on which we render. It used to take hours and hours, and then we started investing in some expensive systems and laptops, and then those hours became few minutes, but still it's such a tedious job. So while I was designing this space for my own self, and obviously I had clarity of thought, I really knew what I wanted. So I thought, why not jump straight away to AI and not go through that tedious process of making SketchUp models. And because I was impatient and I was managing so many other things alongside also, and there was nobody really to impress or basically answer to. So I thought, why not explore AI? I could experiment it while designing my own space, being an interior designer, and then probably I can start using it in my projects as well. So first things first, this is my home that I manifested. And I have a home tour as well. I'm going to link it here so you can go through it. Getting into the design of the space, the first thing when you start a space, of course, is layout planning and space planning. Now, usually this is done on AutoCAD or SketchUp because the measurements and all you need. But here, since it was a renovation, I was not really planning rooms or breaking any walls. I had my space and my layout ready, and since I was just renovating, I used a lot of masking tape, and I could, just put the masking tape to see how the sofa is coming. So the first thing which I used AI was to click pictures of this space and just tell AI. And by the way, we've started the video, not even mentioned which software I use for all of these things. Well, it's ChatGPT. So you can do a lot of things with the free version. Honestly, when I was designing this space, I did not even have the paid version because you can generate up to 3 images every day for free. So I would do that. I did not need it so much. Now I'm using it for content and so many other things, so I have the paid version. But you can give the free version a try and then probably jump on to the paid version. So the first things first is for space planning. So I would click a picture, do some masking tape, and just ask it to show me how a L-shaped sofa would look versus how a sectional sofa would look. So see, the mind is still mine. It's just helping me to visualize the, otherwise we would have done this on SketchUp, drew the lines and just seen how space is working out for us. So for every room, I would click pictures, give it a prompt to show me whether this kind of layout would work better. Should I go for a bigger wardrobe, a smaller wardrobe, all those sorts of things. So that is the first thing that I did with AI. The second thing which I did was make a color scheme. So I was very clear that I wanted a colorful space. I did start with beiges and all those safe colors because they are very Pinterest and Instagram worthy. And somehow people associate luxury with beige. And I know this for a fact because I'm a designer, and I know that's the safe space for clients. And I did make few images, few renders, AI visualized renders for my spaces, which I'm going to put here in beige. But then when I started executing, it just didn't feel like me. I love color, as you can see, and not too much color, like subtle color, but I love pink, I love green, I love the combination of green and pink. So that is something that I really wanted. So I started with thinking about materials and color schemes, and by giving the right kind of prompts, I could actually generate color material boards like this. So, while selecting wallpaper prints, while selecting wooden flooring color, of course, I had physical samples over as well. But these just really helped me to create these material boards for each room. And that was quite useful. So for my son's room, I wanted to go with, again, something in green because he loves green. And something animal and forest related. So we started by, I actually started by looking for louvers for his ceiling. So we've not done any false ceiling in this house. And I'm going to make another video on that, on how you can install lights without false ceiling. But so we started by selecting a green louvered sample, and then I started looking at wallpapers and wooden flooring and the bed back and everything together. So the material board was made accordingly. Then in my living space, I wanted to continue that green, but then introduce like a accent pink. Because I loved pink. And then the moment so our living room is a space from where you can see my son's room and my bedroom together. So I wanted the green to come to the living space, and then the green to go to the master bedroom as well, but in little quantities. So the majority or the major color in my bedroom is pink, but then there are hints of green. So you see what I did here, the wallpaper, the ceiling is pink, but then I have a green accent chair and the green leaves in the wallpaper. In my drawing room, everything is green, but then is a pink accent chair. So I reversed that. So that way the color scheme of the entire house could be cohesive. And then in my third room, which is my studio room and my multi-purpose room, which I also use as a guest room, I wanted to go more softer on the green. So I have a pastel mint green. And again, the pink is still there in accent artworks and all. So, to create material boards and talk to AI and generate those things, just to be sure that whatever I'm selecting is good enough. Making color and material boards was extremely easy. The third thing for which I used AI was visualization, and I think this is the most powerful. So, you like a wallpaper, or you like a sofa, or you like a chair when you're material browsing or furniture browsing, you click a picture of your space, a blank space, and then you tell AI to actually show it to you in that space. Now, of course, the proportions and size and scale can sometimes be a little haywire, which you can always explain. It's like a conversation. You cannot just give one prompt to AI. You need to keep having a conversation with it. Okay, I think you should reduce the size of the sofa a little. I think you should make the painting go a little up, like 4 inches up. So it won't be like accurate as per the sizes. That's why it's better for visualization. For technical drawings, I would still suggest you to make it on other softwares. But since it was a renovation, I did not need that many technical things, and I could do it on site because I'm staying here and getting the work done. So I used it for visualization like a lot. And this wall that you see behind me is actually generated by AI and a human artist. So I had a vision in mind, but I was not able to find a picture. So I started giving prompts to AI to generate like a monochromatic green. And I picked up this green from the console of my TV unit. So it's a process. I have used it in bits and pieces in between designing this space. So I picked up that green. I told ChatGPT to create an image. It created an image. Then I called an artist and I told him that, you use this image as a reference point, but I want you to put your artistic mind to it also. The only thing is that the green needs to match. Rest everything please do on your own, but I do need like a ombre mountain effect, and all of these things I explained to him. So with the help of that visualization, because otherwise if I would have told the artist what I want, he could have interpreted it in any other way. And that's exactly what clients do as well. They can understand anything they want, they can perceive anything they want. So it's extremely important for designers to have a visual tool. So I gave him a reference point, and then he made this gorgeous wall. Then I used it to visualize a L-shaped sofa. I got samples made for the wallpapers for both my rooms, and I actually used AI to see how the wallpaper is going to look, artwork and so many other things. The next thing that I used AI was to actually generate artwork. So I have a frame TV and I keep changing its artwork a lot. So, whatever mood I am in or whatever season is going on, whether it's Diwali, it's Christmas, I just give a prompt to ChatGPT to create a 16:9 high resolution image, and I'll explain what I want, or I use a reference image from somewhere on the internet and explain the changes I want to make in it. And then it just generates this artwork for my frame TV. You can obviously get artwork and then print it. And I actually had a very La Dolce Vita themed birthday party also last year. That was the first party that I hosted in my new home. So La Dolce Vita is basically an Italian theme where you have blue and lemon as the main theme, and it says the good life. So I actually generated an artwork for my frame TV for that as well. And these 4 art pieces that you see alongside my dining space were all generated from ChatGPT by giving prompts. I want a coffee cup with this, that. I'm going to leave a link of all the prompts and some useful stuff in the description below, which you can check out. And I think last thing for which I used ChatGPT in my house was sourcing. So since I'm a mom and I'm a content creator, I work from home, and I was also renovating the home while doing all of that. It was practically impossible for me to go to the markets to search for things. So if I had a particular chandelier or a lamp in my mind, or I could find a reference image through Pinterest or Google, I would simply upload it to ChatGPT and give it a prompt to help me source that kind of a fixture in my local area, or if I can order online. And it actually helped me with sources, links also, which is quite useful. You should try it. So, when you like something, you can use your Google Lens, or if you're finding decor products, you can use your Amazon Lens. And all of these features really help you out find products and saves a lot of time. So now that I've been using AI for a while, I feel life has become so simpler and easy, but you should really know where to stop and how much you can use it for your benefit, because sometimes it shouldn't take over your mind, because then you stop using your mind and that problem solving ability sorts of goes down. But I feel as designers, we had to do so many things which were tedious and unnecessarily time taking, which was not really making our brains work faster or making our brains stronger, because that was so hard to find things and make softwares and things like that. So I feel I have more time on my hands, and I can rather focus that time on the other things, the other slow stuff that you need to do in life for your brain development and in general your personal development. So I highly recommend using it, but in the right way. And I actually have a pre-recorded course on AI as well, which has budgeting and so many other things related to interior design. The course is called AI for Interior Designers. I'm going to leave the link of that in the description below. I also do a lot of home decor, and I post a lot of videos of amazing home finds and interior design knowledge on my Instagram and my YouTube as well. So I'm going to leave the links of that below as well, and my Amazon storefront if you're looking for any cool home finds. And this is Learn Design Manifest by Sonika, which is me, an interior designer, content creator, and educator. This is my attempt at making long-form YouTube videos. I've tried so many times and failed, because I think the fast-consuming short-form content is working for everybody, and I feel hardly people watch long-form anymore. But I thought I really need to tell stories and talk about things, hence why I've designed this channel as Learn Design Manifest. So in Learn, so I'll be posting a video. Right now I'm going to try posting like 3 videos a month. I aim to go to 3 videos a week someday, but for now, Learn Design Manifest. So you can expect 1 video coming out under each vertical. So today was Learn. So I'm talking about AI and how I've used it to design my space. In design, I'll come up with another video of something related to design hacks, design finds, or how I designed a space. And in Manifest, I really want to talk about home wellness, because I think there are so many stories, there are so many things which get shadowed because of all these aesthetic things and surface level things, that we forget about the deep meaning of homes and how you can really manifest with your space. So I hope I can create content around that, and for that I need some motivation, and that motivation can come from you guys by hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel, leaving your viewpoints in the comments below, so that we can keep this going. And I'm really excited for this journey. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and I'm going to see you with the design video next week.